What is up, you guys? Welcome to trading session number 46. We are diving into this Monday morning with the Dow falling nearly 200 points. And, we're seeing a lot of retreat from the market. And, it's because of the Federal Reserve. They coming out news saying that, they are unlikely to cut rates. And, the market is not overconfident as it was before. Retail investors are starting to, realize a lot more that, Federal Reserve is really standing their ground on cutting rates. Not so soon here. We were expecting a March rate cut. Jerome Powell came out and said that was very unlikely. And so we're hoping to see a rate cut possibly in the May Federal Reserve meeting. So here we go. Let's dive into this. CNBC Live updates. Dow falls nearly 200 points, retreats from record as rates spike. McDonald's slides. McDonald's did announce earnings today. Stocks fell as Treasury yields spiked higher on concerns. The Federal Reserve may not cut rates as much as expected, just as we were talking about. We have Dow Jones dropping 195 points. We have S&P sliding 0.15%. Then we have NASDAQ edging down 0.1%. Monday's actions come after the S&P 500 reached a record high last week, powered by sharp moves higher in big tech. So we had a lot of big tech earnings last week, and that's what drove the market up. We really had, Meta making history last week on Thursday. I think it was the most market cap a stock has gone up in one day, guys. So that is pretty nuts. They made a record on that, and then Amazon also popped, and then Apple is hanging in there. They announced earnings as well on Thursday. So you can see here on the graph here, we are at the year to date, and you can see at the beginning of the year, it was consolidating, went up, went down, went up, went down, and now we're back up here at an all-time high here, testing it with this Federal Reserve news. The yields, the 10-year yield note was last up more than 13 basis points to 4.168% as investors assessed a fresh batch of strong economic data that suggested rates may stay elevated for longer than anticipated. The benchmark yield trading around 3.81 last week. And, it went up from 3.8 to 4.1 now. And that's not what we want, because people can, if the 10-year yield goes up, that means they, can take their money outside of stocks, put it in a 10-year treasury, and, get that guaranteed return. So more from the Fed. Jerome Powell came out yesterday reiterating comments made that, the rate cut is unlikely for March. And then expectations have, the probability of a next month's rate cut is only 14.5%, and that's according to CME Group's FedWatch tool. So here are the stocks that are reacting to today. We have McDonald's announcing earnings, and not a mogul 30 stock. We have it slipping 3.8% after posting a mixed quarter. We have Boeing, not a mogul 30 stock, slumping 2%. We do have Tesla. Tesla is a mogul 30 stock, dragging the broader market, losing more than 3% as worries over rising competition and persistent pricing pressures for the EV giant lingered. So Tesla is, getting challenged by this current economy. So this is CNBC Live updates. I'll leave this in the description below. Let's go ahead and look at now how the market is reacting to today's news. So right now we are looking at the 5-day QQQ chart, and we could see it really, driving down here last week when Federal Reserve announced they weren't going to cut rates. And after earnings on Thursday, it really spiked with Apple, Meta, and Amazon announcing earnings, and we can see it creating a new high here on the 430 mark here, and we see it really consolidating with the news today really driving it down to the 4. Looks like they got a low at the 424 mark, but it bounced right back up, and now we're was testing that 200-day moving average there, but now we are spiking here to try and finish the day strong. So let's look at the 1 day 1 minute chart. So you can see right here a better view than the 5 day. You can see it really coming down the 425-ish, and now we are, you know, creating higher highs here with the 50-day surpassing the 200-day there, and we are trying to finish. Hopefully we'll see what happens, see if we could get back to the 430 mark. You know, who knows, create a new high from you know, last week. So we look at the 6-month chart here, we could see it high of 430.24, and you know, we are testing that at 429.34. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens on this chart with QQQ. We have, you know, 10 shares. We have market value of $4,200, and we're pausing right now just because we see a RSI at the 61 mark, and we don't want to buy at the high, so we are waiting for this RSI level to get down below fair value, below 45, for us to really add back into QQQ. And we're trying to get this to 100 shares, guys. That's our goal, and we're at 10 right now. So we it's only our goal because we want to start doing cover calls, cash secured puts on QQQ. The reason for that is we want to do daily cover calls and daily cash secured puts. So that is the QQQ update. We are pausing right now, just, you know, until we see that RSI level below fair value. Now for Palantir, guys, we have a covered call. I think that expires February 9th. We are reacting well. We see it at a 1676. We have an 1850 covered call position, 1850 strike. And right now they announced earnings after the bell today, so we could see this really spike, and then we could possibly get our shares assigned if it surpasses the 1850. Can it? I believe it can. It's done it before. Palantir has spiked up multiple dollars within, you know, a week, and that was during last earnings. So we'll see what happens with Palantir, how they react, if they beat EPS, if they beat revenue again, and I see it happening. My prediction is I do see it happening, and I do see this stock going up. Am I going to be right? Well, no one knows where each stock is going to go. So that is just our prediction. Do we think our shares will get assigned? Possibly. We'll see what happens, you know, with this position, but that is the update on the Palantir position. We have an 1850 strike. Do we think it's going to get above that? Yes. We did collect, you know, a good amount of premium, and then we also will get an $80 appreciation if that does get assigned. So we'll watch that, and if it does get assigned, we'll turn around and do a cash secured put to be able to buy in another Palantir position. So that is the update on the Palantir. Now for $10 buy of the day, I have 9 stocks that are down on the portfolio here. We have Palantir, Tesla, Johnson & Johnson, Nike, Lockheed Martin, Starbucks, Ford, PayPal, and Zoom. Let's look at Tesla, guys. We have Tesla trading low today, as we saw on the news on CNBC Live Updates. We see it at a 34.67. We've been really unloading a lot of capital in Tesla, and we really want to continue that. Unless we see something that is better. We have Lockheed Martin. We just bought Lockheed Martin. We're going to pause on Lockheed Martin here. Let's go ahead. So we're really looking at Tesla or Nike. You can see here all the stocks that are down. We have Ford really down almost 5%. Tesla down 3.65 today. Let's go ahead and lock in a Tesla buy today. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so Tesla buy $10. We have order quantity 0.5528. Let's go ahead and lock that in. All right, we got filled at 180.88. So that is almost, I believe, our average price. We have average price at 180.180. So that's below our average price. So we, lowered it a little bit, not a lot, but that is the $10 buy of the day. I don't think we want to trim today. We're looking at Nvidia, Meta, DraftKings, Uber, and CRM being the top 5 of the portfolio today. CRM really coming out of nowhere with the 74%. We have Uber at 106. We have DraftKings 141, and then Meta and Nvidia are destroying the rest of the 30 at 245%, and then Meta at 211. So we're gonna see where DraftKings is. I think we might trim one share of DraftKings here. It's at 66, making a high at 42.08. Yeah, let's go ahead and trim a DraftKings. We're just gonna do one share, guys. So let's go ahead and do one share, and let's go ahead and trim a DraftKings position. So we are selling one share, amount 41.81. Let's go ahead and lock that in. All right, we got filled at the 41.80, and our main motivation was it looks pretty overbought here, with RSI being 66. We did have 2.8. We sold one share. We still have another share and almost two shares left, so it still remains a big ROI position in the portfolio. So that is trading session number 46. That is how the market is reacting to today's news, with Federal Reserve news coming out. Jerome Powell yesterday really announcing that a March cut is very unlikely. Now investors and traders are coming to the conclusion that they really aren't going to be cutting rates. And we did have the CME's group FedWatch tool saying that a March cut is only a 14.5%. And we also have earnings. We have Palantir today that's going to announce earnings. We got to watch for that because of our covered call. We could really see our covered call position getting assigned at the 1850 strike. My prediction is going to get above that if they really do come out and beat earnings and beat revenue. And we are still pausing that QQQ position, as we are still seeing overbought values here. And then we did do a Tesla $10 buy of the day. If you guys are not subscribed here yet, please consider subscribing if you like this content. Go ahead and hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys are not a part of the Discord yet, go over to mogufellas.com, go to membership, check it out, see if it's for you, and then get in that Discord while it is free, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the outro.